I just got in the water at the Roscommon City Park, and when I got here this morning to drop my kayak off, it was I was the only person here 8:30 this morning, and then came back at 10 after I went to Canoe Harbor, set up my tents and stuff, and dropped my truck off at Smith Bridge for the morning. So, and when I got back, there was just this massive group of tubers and kayakers and canoers coming. So I snuck in and got in there before everybody else, try to head down river, get ahead of the group here. I got in the water around 10 a.m. and I'm thinking I'm gonna take a break at Chase Bridge, which should be in like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and then I'll take another break. I'll take some breaks as I need to along the river from Chase to Smith. I'm really excited about that portion because from Chase to Smith, it's all wildlife preserve. It's the Mason Track, and it's well famous for its fly fishing. The times I've been down it, I have seen so much different wildlife. Heard bear, seen deer. Had a deer jump over the front of my kayak one time. I used to have footage. If I find it, I'll put it in this video, but I used to have footage of 3 young bucks fighting and doing stuff. So I think altogether this float's gonna be 5-6 hours. And then I'll be at Canoe Harbor to camp for the night. So I didn't get the site I wanted at Canoe Harbor, and I'll put some footage of that on this, of course, but I got the second site up. I want a site A, but I got site B, which is fine. There's a young family down at site A, and that's cool, but I'm still gonna go down by the river and have my coffee and stuff in the morning. But anyhow, I'm really looking forward to this time to myself. Time to get away from my house and just get away from everything for a little bit, even if it is for a day and night. Special shout out to my friend Brittany and Lyle for coming to get me. The hardest part about doing these trips is having the shuttling, so I was really thankful that friends of mine in this area were able to do that. So thank you very much for making this possible for me. I appreciate it. Little pit stop.
I hear somebody down there.
Just stopped at Chase Bridge for a little while and was able to use their facilities there. And I did bump into my friend Brittany. Lyle wasn't with her, but my friend Brittany and a friend of mine named Nikki, that they had decided we're gonna kayak a little bit too. And I didn't think I was gonna catch them on the river after they texted and said they put in at Steckert, and I thought, I don't know if I'll catch them or not. So I told them just wait, hang out at Chase, and when I got there I would see them. But I did catch up to them. They were just slow going, floating. I was paddling a little bit. So was able to catch up with them. So that was cool, hanging out with them for about a half hour, and then floating downriver with them for a little bit, and then seeing a bunch of people putting in for at Chase and getting out at Chase. And now I'm on the Mason track here. And from here to Canoe Harbor, there'll be no homes, no nothing like that that you can see, and it's just wildlife preserve in here. I'm kind of bummed. I shut my phone off for a while, and right as soon as I did, I came around a corner and there was a deer coming down to drink in the water, and I watched her for a minute. I had a flat, I think it's called, of turkeys, a flat of turkeys fly over me. It was a mother turkey and then all of her baby turkeys, and they had to fly over the river because I don't think they swim. So that, I have never experienced that before. That was pretty cool. A bunch of ducks swimming in front of me. I wish I would have had my phone on, but at the same time, like, some of that stuff is just like, you know, some of that stuff is just for your memory, like, you only for your memory, not for video. But it sure would have made good. It sure would have made good footage. So anyhow, I'm gonna enjoy this. Here, watch this. To me, there is no more beautiful stretch of the AuSable River than the South Branch from Chase to Smith. This is just a gorgeous stretch of the river, and I'm afraid I'm gonna run out of battery recording some of this. But if you have not kayaked, canoed, been down this stretch of river, do yourself a favor and come down and enjoy it. It is beautiful. Well, I lied. First of all, I lied. I saw one house towards the beginning of the Mason track. So I thought there was none on the Mason track, but there apparently was one. And I was hoping that this stretch would be filled with shaded areas, and it's not. So I am, minus when the clouds cover a little bit, it is roasting out. And my knees are getting baked. I think all kayakers probably have, or canoers or whatever, probably have just the, I don't know how you get the outside of your legs some sun. How do you get the outside? Good grief. Finally found a nice little spot to get some shade here in the chapel. I think I got an hour and a half left, so, and then I'm done. And then I'm gonna start a fire and have dinner because I did not bring any snacks or anything to eat with me today, so it's just been water and I'm hungry. There's Canoe Harbor up there where I'm gonna be getting out. So we made it. It is 20 after 4, so 6 hours later. So really about maybe a 5-hour paddle, 5.5-hour paddle after you include stops. Stopped about 15 minutes at 2 different locations. So when I got here, my site that I really wanted was empty. And so I'm pretty excited about being able to have the site that I did want. Let me show you. So I'm right here off the river. I'm pretty excited about that. And I just found a bunch of birch bark, which is funny because I had stopped along the river and grabbed some birch bark to help me start a fire with, because I really don't have much kindling. And when I did, this giant spider got in my kayak, and so I was fighting him for a while. And the piece that I used, here's some that I picked up. The piece that I used was a massive piece like this, and I threw it in the river when I got the spider out. So, but this was just sitting down there at the end of the river when I got out. So I don't know, kind of cool. I'll use that to start a fire with tonight and have some din. Just got back from collecting some firewood that is not these sites down here are so popular. It's everything got picked clean, so it's been pretty bad. But I did see some on my way in this morning, and I thought to myself, like, that's where I'm gonna hit today when I get back. And I did. And there's plenty more where that came from. So, and the best news is, as I double check, I haven't seen any ticks yet. And I've been out in the woods barefooted like I'm some kind of, like, I don't know. It's like I don't even know who I am. Like, I used to not even go in the woods during the summer because of the ticks. And God, these gnats are terrible. I'm gonna get a fire going here and smoke them out. But I used to not even go in the woods because of ticks, and now it's like I'm going in there barefoot, shorts on, don't care. But somebody was walking through here and mentioned that there was a lot of blueberries, and I thought, I'm not going in there to check for blueberries, but they're along the trail coming down here. And then when I got where I got that firewood from, there was tons of them. So I've had a few handfuls of blueberries. All my shoes got wet. Sky, I mean, it's only 7:30 right now, so I need a little more firewood. And I think the moon's about half full, sky's clear. Should be a gorgeous night. Well, I might have an ulterior motive. I'm going to get more firewood anyways. Blueberries. There's a ton of blueberries through here. I mean, they're all over the place. In here, you can pick them right along the trail if you want. So, pretty cool. Blueberries. See them all in here? Not for long. Gobs of them in here. Finally got chilly enough to put on pants. Of course, I'm sure the sunburn helps with that, but it's beautiful. I only wish that there wasn't this wall of vegetation here so you could see the river more clearly, but I mean, it's right down there. Take a look at it. I'm kind of interested to see if the moon makes its appearance. Oh, and it has. There it is. Nice half moon tonight. Beautiful up in the sky. It's about 9:30 at night, 9:40. So should be getting pretty dark pretty soon here. It's beautiful out here, nice and quiet. Feels so silly. I just looked all over for my reading glasses and got pissed. Like, I swear to gosh, I swear I had just seen them. Like, I had just had them with me and I couldn't find them, could not find them. They were right there on my head. Jeez. Good morning. Had a little bit of an interesting night last night. There was a stressful calls for this. There was, calls of distress for this guy. And then I thought, man, maybe I better get up and look for him. My first thought was that there was some kid was missing or something. And so I thought maybe I better get up, whatever. Then this guy pulls up in his kayak or canoe or something and making a lot of noise and yelling and laughing and whatever. So they were fine. I went back to bed. So I woke up a few times throughout the night as it was raining. We did have some thunder and lightning, and it poured rain here for a little while. So that was nice. I went back to sleep. I got up around 8:30 or something like that, and started making coffee and went down and checked out the river. It's an overcast day so far, which is great. And my legs are burnt pretty bad. Why didn't I bring sunscreen? Stupid. Oh well. I was talking to a guy down here last night. He's like, well, you only make that mistake once or twice. Nobody here. Like, I'll just leave my backpack here, my chair, and I'll float down, drive back, come and get it. It's just a little extra fussing that I didn't want to do. But first, I'm going to have some coffee. Nice slow morning. It's Sunday. I'm in no hurry to get anywhere. Been a good trip. Exactly what I needed. After some fussing, I just decided I was going to leave my pack and stuff right here. I'll come back and get it. I'm ready to get on this river. Mr. Sun has decided to join us. I'm wearing pants today. No legs getting burnt again. And we're off. Goodbye to Canoe Harbor. It won't be a long trip down to Smith and get into the truck and head on back to civilization. This is my most favorite part of this stretch right here. I just love how the trees come up over the hills. I just love it. And here's the overpass right before Smith Bridge. So once you see that, you gotta go right past it to the right is where you get out for Smith Bridge. Water, no camp grilling expansions, no tax dystopia. Defend the water, defend the land. Right around this bend here is where we want to get out at. That's it, end of the trip. Yay! And there's old Smith Bridge.